Ada, good evening. I sight you. Yeah, good evening, my people. Welcome, 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 welcome to this live video. I greet every one of you once again for joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I also want to encourage you all as you are joining, react to the video, click the like button, click the love button, share the video, comment as you see fit. And yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate you guys, all of you that support me in one way or the other, all of you that send me stars, all of you that sent me PayPal, all of you that sent me super thanks on YouTube. I appreciate every one of you. All of you that subscribe to my page and also on my YouTube, I appreciate every one of you. I do not take you for granted. Really, my heart is really big, and I really appreciate you because when you support me, you validate me, and it makes me very happy, and it keeps me motivated even when I'm tired, and even when I feel I am not up to it, I feel motivated to still come and be here with you guys and share this moment with you all. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all you do. So this story about these girls has been trending for a little while, and I said let's start from there. But before then, I want to say Ijele, as you all know, I continue to stand in solidarity with Ijele. My stance or my position has not changed. The judiciary process is going on, and you know how it is. It's slow, and it drags on, but it is what it is. We're already in it, and we have to face it with strong minds. So Ijele is going to go to court in the coming weeks. In this week that we are going in now, my heart is with him, and my support is with him and his family in this very difficult time. And all these people that are doing obituary for Ijele and sharing it and doing, you may think that you are doing obituary for Ijele. You are doing it for yourself, because this is your own desire. This is what's coming from your heart, right? Ijele didn't think that about you. You are the one thinking it, actively dwelling in that thought, actively printing video and uploading it and commenting on it. So you are actively participating in creating video of obituary for someone who is alive, right? So this is your own energy, and it's within you, is coming around and going around you. It's not about Ijele. So I will say continue in what you are doing, and every work you will get your reward, because you are the one calling whatever you are calling in that your videos that you are sharing. It is going to remain with you. It has nothing to do with Ijele. I personally, I stand with Ijele, and the people who understand the work that Ijele is doing, they stand with Ijele too. And there was a brother that made a comment and said that in Nigeria, that Ijele is supporting, has abandoned Ijele. And it's very, very interesting how people view the work Ijele is doing. The work Ijele is doing was actually in defense of his motherland, the Southeast, Alibo. Ijele put his life on the line in defense of Alibo, so that Alibo will not turn to a place where people run away from. Up until this time, Alibo has always been a place people run to for refuge. It's a place that if you don't know what else to happen to you, you are running back to. We saw that in our lifetime where people always ran back home. But that changed, and Ijele was trying to say, don't turn your own region, your own home upon the surface of this earth, the only piece of earth that you can stand upon and feel a sense of belonging in all its entirety. Don't lose it. Don't sweep it away. Don't let it be embroidered in insecurity, and that you cannot be safe there, that you cannot thrive there. That is the core of the work Ijele was doing. And still the same Igbo people will come out and say, oh, Ijele is supporting Nigeria, and the Nigeria he's supporting has abandoned him. If Nigeria abandoned Ijele, Ijele would not be alive today, because the plan was to take him out using the same Nigerian police, corrupt elements within the Nigerian police. That was the plan. The story we are hearing about this man they call Andrew Ochekwa, how they are taking him from Aba and they're taking him to Abuja. This thriller story that is surrounding that event, very, very circumstantial and incredible story about how whatever happened to that Andrew. That was their intention with Ijele. And they kept going to that prison. They went there more than 4 times, waiting for the chief of that prison to leave. And they went in there in the night, about 7 p.m., to go and take Ijele and say they want to transport him to Lagos in the night, that he has a case the next morning. And that was their plan. That was their plan, to use the same corrupt elements within the Nigerian police to do the unthinkable, right? And then they would have gone on the way, and we will be hearing all these cock and ajambele stories that they are telling, right? So Ijele is safe in the hands of Nigeria. So stop saying Nigeria that Ijele is supporting has abandoned him. The Alibo that Ijele is defending, where are they when it mattered? Where are they? The people that Ijele put his life on the line for, where are they? Why are they the ones mocking him and rejoicing at an obituary? Ijele worked for them. Ijele tried to save their homeland, so that they will always have a place to call home, that their children will have a place to call home, so that they will not be embroiled in something that they cannot defend, so that they will not start another round two of war that they will not be able to see the end. That is the core of Ijele's work. And people misunderstand and say, oh, the Nigeria is working for, I've forgotten. The Nigeria is defending his support. Ijele is defending Alibo. Where is Alibo to defend him back? Where is Ndibo to defend him back? That's supposed to be the question. Ijele stood for Ndibo. Ijele put his own personal life and family on the line for the whole of Alibo, because he understood what was at stake. And where is Ndibo when it matter? Or do you only have to bring death and destruction for you to be celebrated as a hero for Igbo people? Is that what they are telling us? That you have to be the one that constitutes havoc, unthinkable number of before you can be celebrated as someone that has done something good? So there is no place for people who are calling for rationale, people who are calling for, say, no, don't go that route. The route you took and lost more than 3 million, you don't want to go that route. That's not the way to go. Caution, caution. You cannot go the same route that went wrong the first time. And they say, oh, he's working against his people, and the Nigeria he's supporting has, that is crazy, really. But I understand that a lot of people have lost their ability to be analytical and critical. So, that ability is paralyzed at the moment. And it is what it is. So we have to live with that, and we have to accept it. We have to accept them at the point where they are, because that's what they know for now. So it is what it is. But there will be a time that you will not have his houses to go to. Yeah. So Nigeria is is an entity that are made up of different ethnic nationalities, and Ali is one of them. So what does that mean? He's supporting Nigeria. Is somebody supporting Nigeria synonymous to being against Ndibo? And what are they trying to tell us? Good evening. Are you telling us that being pro-Nigerian means you are automatically against Onyibo? I don't know. I think people should think about what they are writing. People should reflect on the commentary that they are making on social media, right? Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. Ijele is going to be in the court this week, the coming week, and we stand with him. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. As it stands now, Nigeria is the only country that you have. Nigeria is the only country that, even if you want to leave it, even want to travel, it gives you the platform. You have to start from somewhere and go from there, right? So Nigeria is the only country you have, right? Nigeria is hard. Things are difficult in Nigeria. Yeah, things are difficult everywhere in different ways. Like I was talking to a woman from Venezuela, and she was telling me one of their money, I've forgotten the name of the currency, is about $3 million. I was shocked. I said, are you kidding me? Then she opened on Google, and I opened on Google, Naira was still 1,400 something. Like, even, and I was telling her that it is really high now. Our people are really suffering. Our people are really, crying. And she said in their own currency, she opened it from Venezuela. She put one whatever Venezuela to dollar, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? 3 point something million." So, and you can imagine that some of our people are maybe even there looking for greener pasture, you know. Thank you, Igwe. I greet you. Is it peso? I will check it. Yeah. So yeah, things are hard in different ways. Like, for example, here in Europe, disclaimer: I'm not saying anybody should go and do anything, but I'm just giving an example. Here in Europe, people are dissatisfied with politics and politicians and whatever is going on. They are not going after their fellow citizens. They are going after the politicians. That's I'm not saying anybody should go after any politician. I'm just giving an example, right? So it makes me to lose my like understanding of how people process this thing. Like, you are not happy with the government and you are doing things against your own people. Huh? You say there's hardship. Yeah, things are hard in the country, right? And you are taking it out on your fellow citizens that things are also hard for. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hmm? So these young ladies now, I want to talk about these young ladies now. First of all, I don't know what it would take for young ladies to be more careful with their life. Because when we are talking about all these things, the thing used to baffle me. Like, as a young girl, what did they give you mind safe? Like, with all the news, like today, you have internet, you have a smartphone, you have Google, you have AI, you have all these videos on inundating all the social media of what all the things that is going on. You go still dey get mind, right? That it baffles me. Like, it means some people are not just aware of themselves, their surrounding. They don't know the time, you know. They don't know the time, because if you don't know what the time is saying, like, what time is it, you will be misbehaving. Because I don't understand it. But that is just one minimal aspect of it. Now, that a lady or a young girl decides to be wayward and decide to be morally bankrupt, however you want to put it, he decided to do a olosho, he decided to do hook up, that kind of a thing. He did not decide that you should go and buy that person. Yeah, that is a moral crime. It's not a crime. It's just a moral judgment. Like, you can say, "Oh, this is not good." It's not a crime in of itself. But when you take the life of somebody else, you have committed murder. You have by somebody. When you take somebody akpide, if somebody have an agreement with you that I want to come and stay with you, whether even if it is ten they want to do, they did not say I'm coming for you to your place so that you will buy me, right? But I don't know, somehow Nigerians miss it. It's just like the only reason you have to give to take the life of a young girl is to say now losho, or maybe he commit adultery or he sleep with another man. Anything slutty, shame that woman, that then it's almost like the buying of that person is justified. Say, oh, okay, he go do hook up, so okay, it's good. But you're not even asking the other question. Why are the men turning to person where they buy their women in their country? Why are you having men that are finding it so easily to take life and nothing is happening to them? There's no consequence, right? So From my own perspective, as a woman myself and as a mother, it used to baffle me like, how can you not be aware of what is going on? How can you not be cautious of your own life? Why would you be traveling in this manner? Right? Like, I mean, bad thing can happen because once you have bad people, sha, they can come in any guise. They can come as a friend in your neighbor. They can come like a fellow student, right? But it becomes especially very dangerous when you are leaving your comfort zone, your safe environment, or an environment you are familiar with, and traveling to another place. Probably you don't know the language. Probably you don't know the vicinity very well, right? It becomes another story. And we see this all the time. There was a time a man was doing a prank, and they will be doing prank, and they will be doing like they want to do ritual, and then they will pick up girls, and so many girls were picked up, even though it was a prank. It was telling, right? So that's, but at the end of the day, it's a moral something. It doesn't justify anybody to buy them. It's just a moral something. But I'm just saying it from the side as a mother, as a woman myself, that as a woman, please be cautious. Please be cautious, because there are people there who are ready to buy you for and give any reason, and the society will accept that it is okay to buy that girl just because she's a Uber. It's okay to buy, her life has no value, right? Good evening, Jagaban. I greet you, right? So what this thing is telling us, like all over the world, it's almost like African people don't have value for their women, right? So the value of their women ends in sexuality. Like, if you, that's just the value of the women, their women. It just ends in their sexual value. So um if that woman doesn't have any sexual value, it's okay. You have the right to take that life. That's what that black people have been communicating, and it is wrong. So we should not mix it. Once there is no crime, you can be talking about the morality. Oh, what these girls are doing is not good, what they are not doing. But once there is a crime involved, that somebody applies somebody, then remove that. Like, you don't need to talk about that morality again. So that brings me to this video I saw. So these are the young lady. This was when they were leaving.
Bye, baby. Bye. Sorry.
And I think why this thing is gaining traction is because there's a Ghanaian girl involved. This one here is Ghana. It's a Ghanaian lady. And I think that's why this thing is gaining traction, because if it was just this girl, this Nigerian girl, it would be one of those things, like all this Olosho, they know the year word. And we forget. I remember back in the day, there were girls who were coming back from maybe in the campus, maybe they went to read, they are coming back, they went to night vigil, whatever, you are just on your way home. Like, it doesn't even matter. But what make it easy now is social media make it possible for people to have access easily. And young girls needs to be educated and informed, safety measures, security measures. So this was the last time these ladies were seen, and the video is all over the place. This video was shown by Harrison Gwamnishu. So there's another video that I was watching. Somebody sent it to me, and apparently this guy that did this thing to this girl has been doing it to other people, right? He has been doing it to other people, and one of those people actually went and contacted police, and police said that she should bring money so that they will be able to take that money and go to Port Harcourt. So I was looking at that video from Daddy Freeze video, right? And I was like, how can they be asking? Sorry, I kind of pressed something that I'm not supposed to press. Yeah. So I saw that video on Daddy Freeze. I was trying to open that video that I saw on Daddy Freeze. And they were interviewing the girl, and the girl was saying that she survived that man's attack. And she was saying she tried to post it, she tried to alert people, that only a few blog posted it, like people were not interested, and the police did not take it up. Basically, she was saying that the police did not take it up. I think I need to find that video and share it with you guys, so that you will see the girl that I'm saying. So you can see this young lady here is talking here. She's saying that this young lady here is saying that she, I don't want to play this audio, but I will share the link so that you can watch it. Let me see, let me copy the link. So this is the link. I've shared that link here. So you can watch this video later and listen to what this lady is saying. So this, if you look at this young lady, you will see that she's still in recovery. And then you have that the freeze. This man here in blue, he said that he's the friend of this Andrew that they are talking about. And this one, I don't even know. This is the Harrison Wamnishuna. And here they are just kind of having a panelist or interrogating the girl, it was very uncomfortable for me to watch, because it's like, okay, at the end of the day, you just want to say, okay, it's your fault. Yeah, first of all, it's her fault, of course, that she carried herself and went there. But second of all, you should focus on the fact the lady is saying that she went to police, and police did not follow it up. And Harrison Gwamnishu said that that guy has influence with police from Port Harcourt to Aba. Like, he has friends in power, in high places, cash and carry stuff. And one of the victims said, okay, she even went through to the police, that the guy paid a lot of money and police dropped the case. So this is a confirmed case of somebody who go on social media. He has a English accent, he looks wealthy, and he befriends the women on Facebook, and then invite them over, and then they go, and that's the end of it. And I've heard videos that some kind of things that they say they are taking people's, things inside their body in that Eche part of Port Harcourt. Those videos have come out before. Eh? So police asked her to pay 200K, and she said she didn't have money because the Andrew that they are talking about emptied her account, right? So this man here in blue, he said his name is Ben, and he's the recipient of the video. I don't know, like, normally on a normal day, Nigeria government is supposed to ask the British people. I think this guy said he's in Britain, or I don't know which part of the world he is, because this young lady here said all the things that man did to her, he was recording it and sending it to somebody. And this man said that that guy was in contact with him, giving him update up until the time he was spied, right? And Harrison Gwamishtu was very, very concerned, or maybe trying very much to let us understand that this guy is spied for a fact. And he eventually showed the body of the guy and said he's not here. And the story of how the guy died and the body of the dead body is not corroborated. It's not rhyming. Say, you say they try to run, they shoot and shoot her. But if you look the body, it go be like say they cut her. So like the whole thing no rhyme, right? And again, somebody wey carry people, they never see the people. E dey una custody. Una say una wan carry am go Abuja. Una no use aeroplane carry am. The story no add up. Una use the motor, una come dey drive am, una come let am drive the motor, like dis thing no add up. Okay, and all dis thing dey happen. Where is the Inspector General of Police? He never put mouth, right? Okay, dis coconut head, dis gorimapa wey I no know, make Afe no swear for am, he is there defending the man. He say the man used to send him the same videos. So you have a friend that is sending you videos. First of all, we need to find out what is the occupation of this man. What does he do for a living? So, there is so many things going on in Nigeria. And I always tell you guys that when you see people make like being rich and they are celebrating, like you, like what used to baffle me personally when I see uh maybe skit makers or maybe people who are just doing things on social media, and then they are building mansions, they are building, like the thing used to baffle me, like say wow, like nah, they say they are making all that money on that thing that they are doing on social media. I say why, good on them, because you know in other societies where they are regulated, you will not see something like that, right? But to each his own. I am not saying anybody is doing anything. So why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video two things. One, Nigerians, please learn to separate morality from criminality. Moral judgment is different from criminal judgment. When you commit a crime, depending on the severity of the crime, and in this case, you kpai somebody, you will go in for kpaiing somebody, taking the life of another person. It's a very serious offense. But if you commit adultery in Nigerian law, except maybe up north in the Sharia law, I don't know exactly what the punishment is. But down south, most of Nigeria is a moral decadence. It is not a crime. It's something that you look upon and say, this thing is not good, but it's not a crime. So we should try to separate the two. Yes, it is very unfortunate that this is what is going on with young women. That, in fact, for me personally, the way I look at it is like when a lot of young women are into this way of life, they didn't make themselves like that. It is somebody that is paying for that offer. There is no demand without supply without demand. There is a demand for it. For Nigerian men, they are the ones that turn their women like that. So you cannot in exclusive blame young girls because you are the one that turned them like that. Many of the people that went to England and Europe last year, many of them, they are in jail today. Why? They are chiking 15-year-old, 14-year-old, because they don't even know that it is a crime. Today I saw in Punch that now Nigeria said natives or something, that they should not be lodging underage girls. Today it's in the news. So it is today that he is coming to the sense of whoever is in charge of all this kind of government office, that underage girls, school age girls, should not be lodged in hotel by strange men, adult men. Right? So where do you draw the line? You have a criminal offense. You have grown as or adult men turning young girls, young teenage girls into something else. Eh? There's a name for those kind of criminal. They call them pedo. That's what they are doing. So you are not concerned about the crime of turning the young girls into people that are not having high moral standard. They were not born like that. They are still underage. A girl that is not even up to 15 years, for 14, what do they know? What do they know? Is a programming. You put them in that way and you are still blaming them. Eh? This guy is saying he's receiving video from the person that buy people. And he's still sitting there doing, and people, Nigerians are still clapping for him. Why? At this point, they should be filing documents for him to come and explain. They're supposed to go and look at his traffic and see exactly the videos. Even if he delete it, it is the work of police to. They have software engineers that they will bring back all the videos that have ever entered his computer, that have ever been sent to him through any message, through any app. So you are looking at a criminal here, a human trafficker. He's showing his face, an accomplice to so many people that nobody know. And they say, Harrison, this man here said up to 7 girls have come out now. And why most of these girls will not come out if they survive? Why? The shaming, the condemnation. Yeah, they are morally decadent, but people are you committing criminal offense, heavy crime. Let the focus on be on the criminality. Let the focus be on the criminality, and turning young girls into something else is a crime. Why is the focus not there? Yes, the parents, the mothers have to protect the girls. I know. Yes, you have to educate your girl, but you have to work together with the men in the society. The men in the society have to see it as a wrong thing. Yeah. So that brings me to the next story that I wanted to share with you. So this one is happening in Ghana. Like, I saw this video and some people were saying, oh, it's hunger in the land, hunger in the land. It is not hunger in the land. So let this one to talk.
When we have issues that have to do with Nigeria, the rescue coordinator. So what from these ladies? This morning, we got tipped yesterday that one Nigerian guy. That one Nigerian guy. Yes, has brought this lady here, maltreated and beat them, sent them for prostitution and other things. So we for prostitution? Yes. So we sent our rescue team to go for the girls. So when they went there this morning, fortunately they were able to get some of them from the guy, and we was able to apprehend the guy who was arrested. The one, so he's in custody now? He's the one in custody now. So that's why we quickly brought them so that they can the police can take inventory of what happened before we know. I don't know which one. Let me know their name. This one, what's your name? Simi John. You're from Plateau State. So you're from Plateau State. Your name is what? My name is Miracle Odupe. You're Miracle Odupe Olenbechukwu from Imo State. Yes, inside of Imo State. Exactly. You're what? Chiamaka. Ikedobi. From where? From Imo State, Idato South. Imo State, Idato South local government. You're from where? I'm Selina Danjuma from Jos Plateau State. Selina Danjuma from Jos Plateau State. You are from Plateau State. Right there, this. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, just a sheet of paper. I'm from Imo State. Which part of Imo State? What's the name? From which part of Olu? Umudiato. Which part of Umudiato? This one is my daughter. I'm from Olu. Which part of Umudiato? Umudiato, beside that Catholic church. I'll come back to you. My name is Joy. Joy. Joy what? Ayuba. Ayuba. From where? From Plateau State Church. Plateau State Church. My name is Happiness. From Imo State. From? My name is Monica Maracha from Idato South. My name is from Idato South. Idato South. This very one, okay. The guy who brought them for prostitution, this is his sister, the same mother, the same father. And he brought a sister to come and pursue. Yes, and that's how to tell you how we get the guy. The guy died in custody. Yes, this is the sister, the same mother, the same father. Then this one, who is your sister? This and this. These are twins. This one and this one, they are twins. You and this one. This one and this one are twins. Yes, and this. This one and this, they are twins, the same mother, the same father. With this one, he brought these three children from the same mother, the same father, and he gave them into prostitution. And their parents are not aware. When they bring them here, they don't tell them what they are coming to do. They take them under oath and force them to do.
Yeah, so I allowed it to play so that you will hear the conversation. I hope it is clear, the conversation. So we are talking about somebody that goes to Nigeria, and obviously I'm sure this guy, he may have connection to that Jos. Maybe he has family there, maybe he has lived there. There has to be a connection to him and that Jos, that he went there and took some of the girls that and from his own place where he come from in the south, is in Imo State, he took some girls, and some of those girls are siblings, including and his own very sister from the same mother and the same father. Guys, tell me, what kind of hardship can cause somebody to do that? Yeah. And then you see all these girls we are talking about, they be children, they never grow. They never grow. So when you go and take small children, use them, they do akuna kuna. Eh? Good evening. Eh? When you go and carry small girls and use them to do akuna, again, when they never do any, they be children. Now you turn them to that akuna. Then tomorrow you will stand one corner and say, all of them, they be akuna. Meanwhile, you are the one that produced the akuna. These are young girls, they don't know anything, they have not gone anywhere. You go and carry them from their safe homeland. Huh? Who does that? Who does that? So this is the crime we are talking about. Focus on the crime, leave the morality out of it. Once there is no crime, then you can talk about the criminal, the morality aspect of it. Eh? Yeah, we are waiting for the next court hearing. That's what is happening. Yeah. I'm sure he probably have lived in Jos and he's from Imo State. Exactly. So obviously we are looking at this guy. I'm going to show you the video of the guy in a little bit. Has lived in Jos and he went to bring those girls from Jos. Eh? He went to bring those girls from Jos and Imo State. Eh? Young, small girls. Wait, let me show you the rest of the video here.
Well, she's the head of welfare of Nigerian Diaspora Organization, and these are assistant welfare.
Is it the same video I showed?
Brought this lady here, maltreated and beat them. So they went
okay.
there. Fortunately, they were able to.
I think I've shown this one. Let me see the other one I wanted to share. Yeah, I've shared that one. Let me show you the other one. So these are the girls.
Imo State. When is after 2 minutes you cut it? Huh? Speak loud. From where, please? From Olu where? Huh? I'm from Imo State. Imo State, yes. Olu down from Imo State. Yes. How long have you been in Ghana? Just listen to 1 month. What is your name? My name is Asos Divine. Divine? Yes. How old are you? I'm 16 years. 16 years. My God. How old?
Anyway, let me remove it a little bit. Eh? So you can see this is a crime that is taking place. This is a crime that is taking place, but people will leave the crime and the criminal that is involved and be saying, "Oh, those girls, where did they hear those?" But are we there yet? Okay, is there any government office? We have National Orientation Agency. We have the National TIP, National whatever against kidnapping and human trafficking. I don't see that they are doing massive creation of awareness. We have all this Nollywood. They could use this avenue. Let it be on the street. Anybody say go anywhere, no go. Let it be in the market square. Go around the villages, announce it in the evening. Beat the drum. Let every family know. Let it be a topic in the village meeting, in the churches. Let it not be here that your daughter is going anywhere. You are not creating any of those awareness. And you know that a lot of people are not aware. There is no situational awareness. Greetings, Okoma. I greet you. Thank you. So you people should focus more on the crime being committed. We have our young girls, the future of tomorrow, and somebody went to the village and gathered them and is doing pedo crime. If you do that pedo crime here in this country, minimum of 14 years in prison. who want to blame the young girls. No other society, no other people does that. Like in Europeans, Asians, Arab, nobody does that. Only African people. They will shall find one way to blame the girls for something that is not in their power to do anything. Huh? Do you know how many of those girls have taken their pride because who we ask them?
From Imo State.
Huh?
What is your name?
My name is Odrupe. I'm from Imo State. That was south. That was south.
Sorry. We will find in Jesus' name. God will take care of you, my children. What is your name, sister?
My name is Selina Danjuma from Plateau State.
Oh, mommy. How old are you?
I'm 18 years.
How long have you been in Ghana?
7 of this month, we made me 2 months. My name is Odrupe Onyechukwu. My name is Odrupe Onyechukwu.
Where are you from?
Imo State of Nepal.
Imo State. How old are you?
16 years.
16 years. Stand up, let me see.
My brother, this 1, 2, 3, we are the same mother, the same father.
3 of you are from the same mother.
The same father.
The same father. Have you spoken to your parents?
Why?
Where are your phones?
This is
You're taking all your phones. Who brought you to Ghana?
his brother.
The brother.
I imagine, when they go to the village, for example, I've shown a video like this before where somebody also went to the village and took all the boys and took them to Port Novo and abandoned them there. Some other one, they took them to Senegal and abandoned them there. So it's something that they do to themselves. So you cannot tell me that is a hunger in the line. No, it is your criminality that is manifesting. So this is someone that went to his own village. If he fear no kasha, in mind clear your own village, your own root, gone, where your mom, where you come from, you no get fear. You go there, and those people, they will be looking at you, say, is it the son of this person, the mother? This is the mother. They will go. They know their family compound. So there's a level of trust it elicits when somebody like that come and say, oh, he has a job abroad. That insinuation abroad, what it means to a lot of family. And being it is somebody they know, being is someone that they know the family house, the compound where it's very easy. They will say, okay, no problem. Imagine, now when they get to that place, they seize their phone. They are not able to contact their parents to say, see what is going on, so that their parents will not go to their family house and say, see where is your son? Where is your son? This kind of people are cursed. And the guy, look at these girls, very beautiful young children. Eh?
Okay, so you are from Imo State, 16 years.
The same mother, the same father. 14
Jesus Christ, so you are still 15 plus. And you have been in Ghana. And what have they been doing to you?
What? You don't need that information. What else?
Any money you want.
You don't need that information. I don't know why they need to hear that information. So these are young people. Young. I don't know when you see a young girl, you don't turn to woman for your eye. Whether it's 5 years, whether like people are crazy and sick in their head. You see a young child that is just growing. You are looking, woman, Olosho. Who turned them to Olosho? Who is the one paying for the Olosho? Who is the one that create that industry? You are the one that create that industry. So if you are calling young girls like this Olosho, you should be ashamed of yourself that something like that is happening with girls from your community, from your country. It's something of shame. You are not shaming the girls, you are shaming yourself, honestly, right? But they don't know that. Like in Sweden, they made it a crime. Like you cannot pay for benching. They go after the men. If there's any evidence that this man paid this girl so amount to bench her, you are in trouble. Go to Sweden and see. They don't even have red light or this because it has to be supply and demand. It's a market. It's a marketplace, sexual marketplace. Yes, it's a sexual marketplace. Once there is demand, there is supply. And the demand is high. Who made the demand high? So they have to recruit small girls who never reach anything and put them in that sexual market. Quack, 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 quack. And then you get the man to turn around and say, oh, they don't spoil, they be, and they don't have no restraint to say ashawo, ashawo, ashawo. It's only African people that do that. Asian people don't do that. They don't blanket call their women ashawo. Europeans don't do that. Arab people don't do that. Only black people that do that. And not only Nigerian people. All over black people, they will say, even American people, they'll say, what, bitch, bitch, bitch. That's all. They don't show regard for their women folk. So look at that. There's a lot of poverty we know, and many families have lost their fathers, especially in this or in the southeast. So there's a lot of deprivation, and if there's not enough information going around to tell and caution the people, they will fall into this kind of people's hand. You go to your village and take small girl when they never reach anything.
Children are supposed to be in school. These are the great future leaders of Nigeria and diaspora. 15 years, 3 children from one father, same mother from Imo State. That's it.
So I'm Ben Samuel. I run the news Niger 24.
So I'm coming.
It's a blog. It's a website.
So let me share the other. Let me share the other video for the guy himself.
When did you go there?
So this is the criminal.
When we get to your place.
This is the criminal himself. See how he is, devil. I'm sure this one will be among those that will be saying different. I'm sure. I will look at him.
But their age is in your house. You brought them to Ghana. What did you bring them to do? What did you bring them to do? What are they doing? They are doing assurance work. So you brought them to do assurance work. And they are working and they are paying you. Yes. They are working and they are paying you. Wait. I'm not asking whether you told them.
Good morning,
That's not the question I asked you. You brought them to your house and they are working and they are paying. How much did they pay you per day?
So this is the face of the criminal. Please, if you want to be angry at such criminals, such pedophiles, such pimps. These are the danger in the society. Look at only one coconut head will be like Ojuju Calabar. Only one idiot. Look at the chain of damage he's doing. 3 children from one parent, his own blood sister. Is that one a woman being? So where he used to live in Jos, he went there to the sake of say person where we know, person where they live here, they follow her. What did he do to them? Carry all of them to Ghana, and he's doing that thing he does in Nigeria. But obviously, it's looking like these Ghanaian people are a little bit more exposed, because what I'm seeing is surprising. Because the narrative he was going to say, he was trying to say, if he said it in Nigeria, it will sell. He said they are the one calling me. They say they want to come and do this ashawo work. Hey, Nigerian people will say, hey, all of them, they don't spoil ashawo. Nothing good for them. You see, but that man knew where he was going with that story. That man nowhere would say they are calling, say, but you are the one that brought it here, and they are working, you are collecting here. But he wanted to turn it around, because that is the story he will say in Nigeria. In Nigeria, he will say, oh, these girls, they are calling me, they say they want to come and do a shower work, I heard them, I just carry them, come here, now then they come here, they say they won't do a shower work, I just carry them, come here, now wait till they want. People will say, now what for now? Small girls, like all of them don't spoil. A shower, case closed. He will go on to the next. Where were the parents? It doesn't matter. The issue is now this man is a criminal, and he needs to be dealt with, taken off the market, put in prison for a very long time until he's old and finished. Maybe life's jail. Look at the number of children he gathered there. Plus, it's not the first batch. He has many more. That's the bottom line. You have to take action to protect people. You have to take action to protect people. So these are young children that they are being ruined by the same men in their own communities. Huh? Children that are supposed to be in school, children that are supposed to be protected, there's no protection from them for them. You explain them, and to the extent that you put them in the motor, carry them, go somewhere, and they are asking you now, you want to turn it on them. Let me play that part again.
How many girls do we get to your place? But there are 8 is in your house. You brought them together. What did you bring them to do? They called me and said that. What did you bring them to do? What are they doing? They are doing a show.
You see, they called me, which means not them, not their fault. That's where he was. They say, what did you bring them to? They say, no, they called me. No, but they are, yeah. You see? So Nigerians, learn from this. This guy knows if he said that this story, he will succeed with it.
What did you bring them to do? What are they doing? They are doing a show work. So you brought them to do a show work. They are working and they are paying you. Yes. They are working and they are paying you.
So he said they are the one that call me that they want to come and do a shower work. You see? Huh? They are calling me that they want to come and do a shower work. Meanwhile, they are doing their shower work and you are collecting the money. But you want to say they are calling you so that they'll come and do a shower work. You go to the village, where people know you, know your mother, know your father. You go and visit families in their homes and tell them in confidence that there's opportunity for their children, that what this person is doing, that you take them here, sweet talk the families. The family will say, is he not the son of so person, the son of Okafor, the son of Silvanus, the mother that we are going to the market together here? They will carry their children and give to you, and then you will reach there, you collect their phone. Because normally, if it is not slavery, if it's not enslavement, if the girls went there on their own, if they get there and the situation is not what they bargained for, they will call their family, they will find their way back. But because there's someone doing that criminality on them, they don't have that liberty, they don't have that freedom. They only push them into that cage and they will lock it. And then once the thing fall out, they will start blaming them. Meanwhile, it was no longer in their hands. Normally, if you are going somewhere in your own free will, you reach there or you along the line, your mind tells, I guess this thing be, you will run. You will look for a way to escape. But because it's no longer in your hands, they have taken, because that is the goal, to commit criminality. So focus on the men that are doing criminality, even if they are aided by women that are doing. I've seen cases where women are also aided in doing that criminality. I've seen cases where women are also being the ones that are the kingpin. Like there was one that was busted in Anambra. It was a woman that was the one that put young girls there in Anambra, in a hotel. The people that are going inside there, seeing those so small girls from their own communities, are also from that place, right? So let's concentrate on eradicating the criminality in our society. You know, don't be so particular about, saying the girls, they be a shower, because somebody has created that artificial market of supply and demand, artificial sexual market, and it needs demand and supply of human beings to run it. So focus on that business, focus on that criminal business. Good evening, Danny. Yeah, look at small girls now. What do they know? They don't know anything now. And today, in Nigeria's day and age today, they are saying, school is scam, school is scam. So if the children are going to school, they say, boy, he's going to school. They say, school is scam. What a school do, So all this narrative that they are selling is getting to young people, is getting to the families. if you check the story of those young girls, I can tell you that their father is no longer alive. Very much likely that all these children you are seeing, it will be very hard to see that they have fathers, mother and father together. Or if they have mother and father together, it will be this kind of people that their parents have so many children that they can more than they can take. That I don't know. There's a way poor people know how to take born many children. I don't know how it happens, but it's a phenomenon that we see all the time. People that have like 5 children, they don't even know what will happen, how they will their next meal they will come. You will see them have another child, have another child. So it happens. So at the end of the day, those children they have come into that life. It doesn't give this kind of people the right to commit that kind of criminality. Hmm? So Ghana police should help us. I've heard this story. I remember some people called into my show one time and said Ghana, all these West African countries, right? So why do you do this to your own children for your own communities? It is unfair. It is criminality of the highest order, right? So yeah, um, at the end of the day, I'm not exonerating the lack of care, lack of guidance, or lack of safety concern from the parents and from the girls. But it is something that has to be taught. It's an education that has to be made. When we are doing all these kind of videos, how many of them get to watch it? But it's a crusade that has to be held in churches, where people gather, in the marketplaces, in the schools, educate the children. Like here in Germany, police go to the classrooms. They have days that police come and visit children in the class and teach them one security measure or the other. Yeah, different professionals will go to the school. You have to create that awareness, let it sink into their subconsciousness. Huh? Let it sink into their subconsciousness. Right? So at the end of the day, Nigeria and many African countries is running a patriarchal, patrilineal society. So the men supposed to take charge. Stop looking for opportunity to blame the women. Take charge. Huh? If men are committing crime, punish them, take them out from the population to safeguard the rest of the population. Nobody is going to do it for you. Look at the whole place is crime infested. I saw a video, a brother sent me the video, and it's a couple, they just moved to Abuja and they started doing one chance. Like, how can you explain that? Like, if you say maybe things are hard and you go to the bank to rob, I was okay, fine. At least you went there, money that doesn't belong to anybody, something like that. But which one are you kidnapping your own fellow person that is suffering the same thing with you, doing evil to somebody? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how that can be a solution. Huh? I don't know how, if some of our brother is saying some of them don't know, some of those girls don't know their father. It still comes down to what we are saying. It's not their fault that they don't know their father. It is not their fault, right? So there's a failure from their background, but it is not their fault. And we cannot blame them that that's the situation. But we have to protect them so that they can grow into useful individuals in the society. Yeah, it can be the case. It may also not be the case. We don't know, right? What transpire between couples and parents and all those kind of a thing. Yeah. So the time has even gone. I was hoping that we'll talk about more stuff. Yeah. So that video, that Andrew Sheko, first of all, if you want to go more into it, you question why did the police have to buy him? Somebody that is under interrogation, and the girls they have not still found him. Buying him was not necessary, right? Or at that point, right? Um, it was better to produce him alive so that he will say where the girls are, what evidence can be found from him, and on and. So taking him out like that is kind of closing the case again. and it doesn't make sense. And I don't know why the Inspector General of Police is not saying anything. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I just say let me try and come live. Yes, it should be used to make a good example. Very heartless idiot. Hmm? Very, very heartless. And look at even that his sister, very beautiful girl. Oh. Huh? Very beautiful small, small girls. Huh? And you can see the joy in the girls in the joys in their voice that they are happy. You can see there's a lot of joy because you can feel that relief that have been rescued and they are eating. Obviously, they don't even get to eat well. I don't know the level of the kind of crime that our people are willing to commit. I don't know. Like it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. You know. So at the end of the day, we have, especially we from the southeastern part of Nigeria, um, our sustenance is basically based on japa, if you may, right? So in a sense it may feel like, oh, if it was northern people, the route they take to go through to Libya, you know those people we see there that they are passing through that place going somewhere, they never say, okay, let's go with them, because it was not part of their culture and their way of doing things, that you just have to leave everything and up and leave to go and look for. They don't know it. It has not come into their consciousness, Whereas other parts of Nigeria, it has come into their consciousness that, like, go somewhere else and look for greener pastures, or go somewhere. So it shouldn't come as a surprise for us that parents are willing to say go, go, go. Yes, there are also parents that don't care that their children are being used for anything, because ultimately they see their children as instruments for their poverty alleviation, right? They don't really care about the children per se. So it's possible that some of the parents may actually know, right? Maybe in the know, but because they don't fundamentally care, and they only care what the proceed the child may bring. That is also an aspect that we have to look into. So that is where the government comes in to protect the children, because first of all, the children cannot kind of determine where they are born or who their parents are, but it is the job of the government official and government body to protect the children regardless of where they are born, where they are coming from. But the tragedy with Nigeria is that you have so many, all these things that need to be done. There is an office for it. There are people appointed in those offices, but what are they doing? Nothing. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. And so people are committing and getting away with all kinds of crimes in Nigeria. Even if they are caught, they will settle, cash and carry judgment, everything back to square one. It's a very unfortunate something. I don't know I don't know how Ghana operates. I would really hope that Ghana will not let him go freely like that. Yeah. Yeah, I just say let me share this story with you guys because it's been trending the last few days, and maybe tomorrow we can continue with politics. President Tinubu is inaugurating some of the projects that he did in his tenure, and naming them after some people. Um, He's naming after Wole Soyinka, JP Clark, Chinua Achebe. They all got some streets, So that one is going on in Abuja. I don't want this thing to sing because of copyright issues. Yeah, so this is the event that has been taken up in infrastructure to Gusakpe district lot. So this is the minister himself. Yeah, so At the end of the day, people are hungry, and this is infrastructures, they need to be done, and they are being done. But we also need stomach infrastructure. Which brings me to the conversation that is ongoing, that the state governor said that they cannot pay that salary. I feel like um, a lot of people were saying that the state government, they cannot have a blanket amount that state government can pay, right? That some states are rich and some states are poor, and so not all states can pay that amount, right? But me, I'm just wondering, like, um, the money that governors collect, is it not blanket? You know, when they say they cannot pay a minimum wage, what does that mean? Right? People are working under your state. There is high inflation. Huh? And you are collecting all the salary, all the allowance. You, members of your cabinet, members of the state house of assembly, like, you guys are, you have not shortened your own in any way, right? And 60,000 naira, even though it sounds big, but what can you buy with it? The life expenditure is very high. So I think that what is there to be done is for the legislative to find a way to limit or give the people instruments with which they can hold their governors accountable, right? Because there's an excuse that they were not able to pay the one of 18,000, they didn't pay the one of 30,000. Whose fault was that? You know? So I think every state has to have their own LNC, so that National Labour Congress or State Labour Congress, right? Every state needs to have their own state local congress, so that they can fight for what they feel is their right within the state. Yeah, you shouldn't be allowing governors to get away with it, because at the national level it's very easy, because everybody will see the enemy is far away. Oh, those people, those Fulani people, those Yoruba people, those is so far away. But at the state level, it's going to be a different ball game, right? So we have a situation whereby people in the states, for example, the southeast, you see people that are earning 40,000 naira, 30,000 in a month, whereby the cost of living has skyrocketed into how many, so high. So it's not just about what they can pay. Why can they not pay it? Why can they not pay it? On top of even to pay pension pay. So it should be commensurate. Maybe they should reduce their own, the ones they are collecting. For example, maybe 1 billion out of their own allowance, emolument, travel, whatever, all the things they are collecting, they can reduce it with 1 million, 1 billion. It will go a long way. Yeah. So they should make sacrifice. They want the people to make sacrifice. They also should be willing to make sacrifice. But I agree. It's something that they need to establish states. Do they have state labor congress? I'm thinking that this is something for the state labor congress, for the state labor congress to organize and say, okay, what is going to happen in these states, state for state? Go out there and fight for what belongs to you. And I think the legislative and the judiciary needs to make it possible for people to have instruments to, impeach their governor, get recall the members of the State House of Assembly, like, take drastic measures. Like, you cannot just sit there, be lording it over the people and say you cannot pay. Then, so let there be possibility for people to resolve issues within the state, right? And now that they are also talking about the local government, I have seen uh, states in the north have started making plans for that local government election. It's going to also add to it. So local government, you have to know who are those working in that local government and be able to pay them. Yeah, pay them, pay people, because the money is not for it's not pocket money for the governor. Yeah, money that is coming from the state is not all pocket money. And then there to generate fund, create industry, employ your people. Yeah, bring investors, whatever you need to do. There's no excuse. If you cannot do it, you step down. It's not by force. If you know if you do and you step down, huh? Anybody when of it do am should step down. What is 18K? How much is 18K going to do? I don't even know how much they are paying in the southeast, honestly, state by state. But I'm just blanketly saying it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Yeah, I agree. The state needs to come together, find out what is acceptable, what they can accept. But it is not for the governor to sit down there and say, I cannot do it, I don't have money. Then you step down. Somebody else may be able to do it. Yeah, it should come down to that. If the governor cannot do what the people want, the people should be given an avenue to remove them from office. Yeah, the people should be given the avenue to remove house members, So let the state as subnationalities begin to function. So all this direction, everybody's looking at the center. Everybody, it's good to look at the center, but at least start from your own end and be coming. Don't go straight to the center, right? Because the federal government can maybe have the resource to pay any amount, pay 60,000, pay 100,000, all those kind of a thing, right? But if you say the state cannot pay, then how much can the state pay and why? It's something that they have to resolve within the state if they are truthful for themselves. And it's something people within the state themselves have to also be engaged and, consulted. If you have to do protests in your state and, stand still everything, then do it. Do what you have to do, right? So at the end of the day, if the governors are not working, doing their duty, they are closer to the people, they have the funds, what it takes. If they are not delivering, then no magic is going to happen. Things will remain the same. Years will be going. The same governors will be amassing wealth. They will amass enough wealth to build university and build a private investment when they leave office, right? So hold them accountable. The money is there. I dare say that the money is there. Anybody that says the money is not there is a lie. The money is there, but if it is to pay for their all these women, pay for a vacation, pay high school fees for their children, all those things, they will have money. The money is there. Let them share it. Let them reduce their own salary. Let them reduce their own allowances. Let the money go on. Sharing, there's love in sharing. Let them share. And we are just talking about only civil servants. What about all the private individuals that they are not even getting? They are working under private. So maybe what will happen is for private workers or private service providers that need workers, maybe they will have their own, the minimum wage is actually to kind of give the people some kind of living wage regardless of where they are working. So it is not for people who are private entrepreneurs to want to pay much lower. No, it is even though they are working under you that the people are able to live on their wage. So one of the things that is driving criminality in Nigeria is that people are not able to live on their wage. So if you are paying somebody 18,000, 40,000 a month, right? And even Ike of Gary, Ike of rice, the money has skyrocketed. Where is the person going to get money to feed themselves? So this is an open invitation to criminality. So the people will have to do one or two things without looking back. You keep people in a permanent state of, fighting for survival. And when people are fighting for survival, there is no decorum, there is no care. Everybody just go for it at their basic natural instinct, to survive. Yeah, so may they not grieve for the governor, basically. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So my people, it's been a long video. I hope it was nice. I'm not going to be able to take any call or anything, but tomorrow, by the grace of God, I think I may come live earlier in the day, so we'll be able to have another time together for this weekend. Yeah, so I wish that you have a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing Idele free in this coming week. That is my hope. That's my aspiration. And yeah, may God help us all and may God answer our prayers. Amen. Thank you, Igwe.